Hey guys, welcome back to Sincerely Yours. I'm Chelsi Thomas. I have a very illustrious guest here with me today. I'm here with Tour Manager Santos Garcia. How are you?
I'm good, Chelsi. What's up?
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. We met, I think, back in like 2014 when I was in college. You were part of like Nike Football Society.
Yeah.
And then we just stayed in touch.
Yeah, no, that was a good experience.
Yeah.
That was a good experience, and I think what they did with the culture was really, really dope. So.
Yeah, that was dope.
Full circle.
Hell yeah, that was at MetLife.
No, we got the chance to actually play on the field.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So you are a tour manager.
Mm-hmm.
You worked with Neo for 7 years. You worked with Meg the Stallion. You worked with Pretty Ricky on the Millennium Tour.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
How did you get into this business?
Well, I started working at Def Jam, doing marketing and promotions, street team, back when it was like guerrilla marketing.
When you were like 16, right?
Yeah. I was part of a rap group, and me and my friends was like, man, we got to get in the building, we got to get around the network in order to just be able to open up new opportunities for ourselves. And we ended up working on the street team department, and through there we understood. I took note of all the marketing strategies that were actually taking place to just further an artist's career. And I actually started liking the industry side, the back side of it, the business side of it, more than the actual frontline artist side. And that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's how I started, and that's how I ran into Neo's manager, Tashawn Gale, who was like, yo, we about to go on the road. And Neo's first tour was a tour with John Legend.
Amazing.
Yeah, so he was an opening act for John. And he was like, you want to go on the road with us? And I was like, cool, sure. Mind you, matter of fact, I was still in high school. I was in my last year of high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So firstly, that means not only are you wise beyond your years, you must be super mature. But secondly, you must be smart as fuck because the logistics behind planning a tour, and you're like 16 years old.
Yeah, well at that time, I didn't necessarily plan it. I was more so assisting with the marketing side of it.
Gotcha.
We was definitely making sure that every market that we touch, every city, every radio station, every college we went to, the presence was felt. And back then there was a strategic marketing element to it because there wasn't a social media, there wasn't Instagram.
Right.
I think we barely had MySpace. So it wasn't that much as social media as it is right now driven. So you had to get in front of the people's faces, in front of the audience faces in order to actually make an impact. We had, and that's what they call it, guerrilla marketing, like flyer, giving out flyers, putting up poster boards, going to every interview, doing every interview, doing every show. So it was fun. It was very, very fun because you had to genuinely perform, on all elements. So that's what was my part, making sure that he was felt, making sure that the presence was felt. Yeah.
So COVID just totally shut 2020 down.
Yeah. Basically
the landscape of touring completely changed. So how did you have to adapt?
Well, that's a great question because I think that as executives behind the scenes, we rely on the success of our clients. And if our clients aren't working or doing anything, we don't necessarily get money, right? In theory. But I was fortunate enough to be, surrounded by individuals and executives that taught me how to create my own brand, my own identity. And that's what I did before COVID. And therefore I was able to get sponsorship deals and with different brands that.
Shout out Jameson.
Yeah, word up. So I was able, Jameson is one of my deals that, that's one thing I encourage everybody to do is when you go and deal with these brands, do the contract. Don't just do this payroll. Don't just do these one-offs. Like get a contract, because your contract is going to protect you and them, and because of these contracts, I was able to, live, by the grace of God through the pandemic and still be good. But you're right, it did affect the touring world.
Right.
I think I just read this article on Billboard. They lost some crazy amount of money, like through touring, and a lot of artists make money through touring. So I can only imagine like the money that was lost. So, but we will be back, and it was fun. We were actually on tour with Omarion and Bow Wow because I road managed Pretty Ricky. So I remember we were in like the Carolinas, I think it was North Carolina we was in when we did our last show, and it was like, yo, no more, you know, the NBA shutting down, no more concerts and stuff.
So we're in a new year.
Yeah.
The rollout of the vaccine has begun.
Yeah.
So what's your strategy for 2021?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, because I'm all for the young executives and the people behind the scenes. So what I especially want to do, I just want to educate the people behind the scenes to get into these deals, these marketing deals, where they outlast any type of, you know, kind of like pandemic proof, you know, per se. It's just like, so that's my strategy. You know, we will be going back on the road. You know, hopefully, we will get some type of security that these vaccines are actually safe to take.
Yeah.
Because I think that at some point, if we can just guarantee the success rate, and you know, people not affecting anybody or to that extent, hopefully we can get back to the touring. Because you know, we're used to like 30,000 arena seaters. Like, you know, this is not like no like, you know, parking garage thing.
Right.
So,
no, you're doing big shit. I mean.
Yeah, and you want people to be safe, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want people to be in these environments, in arenas, in these stadiums to be safe. You don't want to be the reason why, okay, we coming into town and then 30,000 people get sick.
Yeah,
you
definitely not.
You don't want that. So I think that, yes, I am for safe, you know, vaccination. You know, if we can get it to that point where we guarantee success. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what that might be, but I'm sure at some point they'll be able to guarantee it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of artists have been discouraged after this year. Like, a lot of shit got shut down. So what advice do you have for up and coming artists?
We live in a time now that you can be more than just an artist. You know, develop your brand so that you'll be able to tap into different avenues that are just, you know, use your popularity, your talent to get you these brand deals, so that you're just not stuck with just touring, or you're just not stuck with just music side of stuff. You know, we live in a different time zone now, a different time where it's just not touring. It's just, you know, you're more for the people. You can get movie deals. So my advice would be for artists to just tap into those avenues and develop these relationships with people that can get you TV shows, get you these brand sponsorship deals. You know, develop your own sneaker. You know, do a partnership with the NBA. You know, do all these amazing things, because we live in that time frame now. You no longer just have to be like an artist. You know, and then all these things play a part. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Rihanna, like, she doesn't have to drop an album. You know, like
Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin. Yeah.
She's rich.
Yeah.
Off of makeup.
Right.
You think she wouldn't drop an album?
I'm actually wearing Fenty right now.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You think she's worried about dropping an album right now?
Right.
For what?
Right.
You know, like, and that's my point. Like, you know,
passive income. That's what you want.
Yeah. You know, that's my point. It's just like, when you tap into these other avenues, then you don't have to worry about so much.
True. You're sponsored by Jameson. How did you get that? How did you land that sponsorship? Like, how can the average, or I won't say the average because you're definitely not average, but someone like, maybe they have like 5K followers. How should they go about like teaming up with the brand?
I think that there's this is a real good, important conversation to have, that we need to understand that we control the cool. Our culture controls a lot of the cool element. And there are many brands out here that want that extra push in the cool element. Some of these brands get it for free, you know, without us necessarily getting paid. We just do it organically, we do it naturally, you know. So we need to take accountability and notice that all these bottles that we promote on social media, all these, whatever we promote, we make that shit cool. We make that shit hot, you know.
Definitely.
Let's tap into these brands and have that. Don't be afraid to reach out to these, be like, look, man, you know, Fila or whatever, you know, Nike. They want to be a part. They want to do business with you. If you're an artist and you're creative, they want to do business with you, but you just can't be afraid to reach out, you know, whether, you know, you're doing an interview or you're the guy behind the lens, you know, what are you shooting? They want to give you a camera to shoot, you know, to do your documentary. You know, I'm shooting something, it might end up on Netflix. What'd you shoot it with? I shot it with a Canon or Sony, whatever it is. They want to be a part. So let's not be afraid to have these conversations with these brands, because trust me, they want to be a part.
Yeah, and so obviously you love Jameson. What's your favorite drink to drink with Jameson?
Well, Jameson has a bottle, Black Barrel bottle, and I'm an old fashioned kind of guy. I love an old fashioned. So
you look like an old fashioned kind of guy.
Right. So I'm that guy. Like I'm gonna chill, lay back. If I can't get a Jameson Black Barrel bottle, I just do like a Jameson whiskey ginger. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Like I said, they understand. They know what up. They know what's up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What kind of drink do you like?
I'm a tequila girl.
You do shots?
Shots, yeah, I'm a shot girl.
I heard that. One of my homeboys told me that, something about the shots.
Yeah, yo, don't expose me. Yes, I like shots. I take a shot and I chase. I don't really like mixed drinks. If I do, I'll have like a margarita, but I'm really like taking shots. I like for it to hit me, I'm trying to turn up quick.
Hey, nothing wrong with the turn up.
Yeah, So speaking of turn up, I'm sure you've been to, so you work and you've been to so many concerts, you've managed concerts. What's the best tour you've been to, like, as a fan?
I remember the best tour or the best concert performance that I went to, for me, was when Michael had just passed away. Michael was scheduled to do a certain amount of shows at the O2 in London, and I was on tour with Neo, and Neo was the first American artist to perform at the actual arena after his passing.
Oh, wow.
And he sold out, I think, like 3 or 4 nights in a row. So he had a show, but he had this special Michael Jackson segment, and I'm a Michael fan. I didn't get a chance to meet him. But I
cried when he passed away.
Yeah, it was a big deal. So we watched the show from the front of the house, and when he did that like I think it's on YouTube now. That you type in Neo Michael Jackson London performance, for me it was just goosebumps, because mind you, I was there when this guy was an opening act for John Legend. Like I was there when he was singing So Sick and Stay With Me with P.D. Crack. Like I remember these moments.
Yeah, I love that song, by the way, Stay With Me.
Yeah. So to me, to see his growth to the point where he sold out this arena with 40,000 people and doing a fucking
Michael Jackson
tribute.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy, it's just, to me, that was a moment of just like, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You just put you just got to put your mind to it.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a moment where I was like, yo, I love touring. I love the world. Besides the experiences visiting the countries and, seeing people and saying how much people love Americans, and people love our culture. I think we were very like free and liberated, and they love that.
We have a certain like demeanor to us. It's a certain arrogance that comes with Americans.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like you can tell when you go out of the country, like, all right, that other person's American.
Yeah, exactly. But people love us, and traveling the world, that actually helped me just be grateful, So I think that was, to answer your question, that was the moment that I was just like, wow, I love it. I had other moments, even the moment with Megan, when we was on tour with Megan, she was the opening act for the Meek Mills and Future, and it was Hot Girl Summer. So when that song came on, it's Hot Girl or whatever. Like, if you know anything about opening acts, it's like, it's maybe like 20% audience in there, and then 30, 40, and as the night goes on, it goes to 100% capacity. I'm talking about no one would be sitting in the, like, it would be close to what, 10%, 30, 20%. When by the time she's off the stage, it's at 60% full. Like,
still.
Like she was bringing the people out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Loves it. Sound hottie.
Yeah.
So speaking of Meg, a false report came out the other day that the charges, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but I really just want to know what you think about this, that these charges against Tory were dropped. Obviously Tory Lanez, she accused Tory Lanez of shooting her. He denies it. What do you think? I know you weren't there, but what do you think about this cancel culture, and do you think it's valid for the culture to cancel Tory, or what do you think about that?
I think it's very important that we hold people accountable for their actions. At no time should you, as a man, pull out a gun on a woman, or even have that whole situation. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, you know, if you're intoxicated, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Even if you're not intoxicated, like, bro, what are you doing? You know, because I think about, yo, that's my sister. That could have been my mom, my aunt. That could have been some, you know, like, you have to learn how to separate yourself from situations before they get to that point. You know, if a situation is like, if you tell yourself, yo, I had a couple drinks tonight, you know, let's say, oh, I have a weapon on me for my safety because, you know, I'm somewhere. You have to know, like, you know, let me separate myself from the situation before it gets to a point where it's out of my hands. And I'm not gonna prove nothing to you. And you know, you gotta have the right amount of people, the right amount of person around you. And if you don't have the right person around you, have to be responsible. So if you are gonna allow a situation to get to that point, it's because you're not taking responsibility. Therefore, yes, you know, if something, God forbid, happens, we will hold you responsible for it. You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Yeah. And that's just the reality of the fact. Because real G's don't move like that. No. You know what I'm saying? No. So, and that's, you know, that's what I have to say about that.
Protect Black women. Seriously, protect Black women. And we were talking earlier.
Right. By any means necessary.
Yeah, you say you're 33 and, you know, you've been in this industry since you're 16, and you're telling me, like, since you've been working, no fuck shit has happened on your dime.
No, exactly. You know? I haven't had a situation. I'm always. Yeah, no. God is with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I foresee things a whole. Like, I know, like, if I'm taking a client to a club, I know that I'm not just gonna pull up, you know, to a club. No, I know that I'm gonna, like, and I actually want to have write a book or have a conversation about that, because it's steps you gotta take. Like, you know, go do a walkthrough, go do an advance, go with a security team, have a meeting with the security team, with the owner, collect the bag before the artists even get there. You shouldn't be dealing with money at the club. You shouldn't be walking around with the back end $20,000-$30,000 on your phone.
That's important. Yeah, that's like, so important.
Like, you have to know how to do these business. Wire me the money. Wire me half. Like, you just have to know how to move, you know. You just can't be moving like that. And I mean, I moved with real street guys that understood these codes, and then been implementing.
You're from Brooklyn, so
right. Yeah. And these guys implemented these codes with me, so I've never had a situation where you know, it's been things where we avoided and curved and dealt with, but it never was a situation that ended up on that type of level.
Mm-hmm. I think New Yorkers, because I'm also from New York. Shout out LES.
East.
We have a certain smarts to us. That some shit, like, we're able to see, all right, this person is moving funny. We can anticipate things. Yeah. So I'm appreciative of my New York upbringing. Yeah. Because I've talked my way out of, or just not even put myself in certain scenarios because.
I mean, you can see bullshit from a mile away. Right. It's your decision whether you want to deal with it or not. Right. You can literally see it. You know, you can see it like, okay, this is A, B, and this is gonna add up to C. So you want to see what happens?
Right. No, you don't.
No.
You do not.
No, exactly. Right. Let me just, you know, separate myself from the situation. It's just that simple.
So, in addition to as a tour manager, you also were in a BET show, A Hustle in Brooklyn.
Yes.
What was that like? That was like a docu-series, reality show. What was that like?
Yeah, Hustle in Brooklyn was a docu-series that shot to show the behind the scenes of just the upcoming of just different executives like myself. I'm a tour manager, road manager, executive. I have a good friend of mine, D King, Darnell King. He's an engineer, producer. They had other talent there. AZ had another music executive called Ivy Rivera. You know, she worked at E1. So they wanted to showcase that lifestyle behind the scenes of what the music was like coming up, and you know, it was fun. It was cool. You know, I got no complaints because I had some type of like experience in the music industry. So
you knew how to spot the fugaziness.
Yo, it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people didn't, so some people would take it was like, this is my moment to act out, to be wild and do all these things. So some people did that. I didn't care for that. Like, I got real friendships and real relationships in the music industry, so I'm not about to pop champagne and put it on somebody for a couple likes. So like, that's not.
Yeah, you don't need the clout.
For what?
Right.
Once that fades out, people are gonna laugh at you, not with you.
So we were discussing before how, you know, the show, you had a romantic interest that the show portrayed. What is your love life like in real life though? Are you seeing anyone? You're super attractive, you're a beautiful chocolate man. Brown skin's winning, by the way. I didn't say that.
Thank you.
So yes.
You're real funny because you'll have a conversation before and get all the good stuff out and then let me put it on camera.
You know what I'm saying?
No, at the moment I'm not in a relationship. But a love is inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Especially, wait. Can you just look at these dimples, yo? I just look at these.
Yo, you funny.
I just want my audience to see, like, people know you out here, like, they know you're attractive, but like.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
A smile to me, like, especially like a chocolate smile, like.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yes,
that means a lot coming from a queen. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
So, a couple weekends ago, I saw you on your Instagram and you were with Mary J. Blige celebrating her birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. Like, you were casually chilling with a queen.
Yeah.
What is you and Mary's relationship? How did you guys, clearly you guys are close.
Yeah, no, my relationship was more so with my friend who actually I worked at a Def Jam with. His name is Eddie. Eddie, my friend Eddie was like, yo, you want to get out the country, bro? You know, I was like, hell yeah, you know, the pandemic is going crazy.
Right.
Let's go, you know what I'm saying? And I had met Mary already. She's real, you know, she's the truth. Right. So when she told me, she was like, yo, Toast, what up? It was family, it was all love. So, but it was more so like a vacation. It was just an exclusive vacation that just so happened to be a blessing to be on her birthday, which even made it even more fire.
It was lit.
Yeah.
You were literally like, as far as I'm sitting, he was right next to me. You were right next to Mary saying happy birthday. That was so dope.
Yeah, no, it's dope. It's dope. You know, like, and like I said, you know, like I have real genuine friends in the business, real genuine people that love me and respect me. So I'm honored to have friends like that to invite me to places like that because, you know, she's a queen, you know, she's a trendsetter. So yeah, it was dope. It was fun. The weather was amazing.
Yeah, I was jealous. I saw your video of you on the beach. I'm like,
yeah.
Wish I was there.
Which one? You talking about the one with the shirt off or the one with the
shirt off? Nah, you're looking good. You're in good shape. I see you promote healthy lifestyle and you always in the gym. I like that too.
Yeah, especially right now, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, like one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show was because, you know, I interact with a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
But we as Black people, we don't necessarily see that many Black executives doing the behind the scenes, you know, the operations of it. I thought it was really important to have you on the show because I think it's important as Black people, representation matters, and I think it's important for Black people to see, okay, you don't only need to be a rapper to get the bag. Like, you can do the operations part of it. You can do the planning, the business side of it. Yeah. So thank you again for coming on.
It's love, and I thank you for allowing me to speak on your platform because I think it is, but we have to, you know, put the spotlight on these type of people behind, because it's just, you know, there's a bunch of cool people behind the scenes that actually make it happen. I'm actually I love going on tour and meeting the production, the house guy, the lighting guy, the camera guy, like the guy that drives the truck, you know, the head of security. Like, I love that, you know, and a lot of the time, these are people of color, you know, that have these jobs, you know, and that's dope. We gotta highlight these people. And these are people that have been on tour for years. Talk about they've done the Confession tour, they've done the,
that's my favorite R&B album, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people that have been on, you know, with the Isley Bros, like these are legends of their own, and people don't really know about them, you know. And when I meet these people, they tell me about stories and situations, and I'm like, wow. Like, you know, yes, thank you for, you know, creating this platform that, you know, you just don't need to be the rapper in the front of the, you know, in the front of the camera.
So who you've worked with, like you said, you worked with Meg, you worked with Neil, you worked with Pretty Ricky. Yeah. Who was the most pleasant artist that you worked with? Like, there's no problems, like they're not a diva or a divo. Yeah. You just like, it's all relaxed. I haven't, unfortunately, I've never had the situation, I've never been in a situation where I work with
with a diva artist. I think my relationships with the talent or with these are my friends. And I go in there like, yo, bro, like I want to see you win. And we here to get a bag. Now, let me make your job easy, you make my job easy. You know, don't put me through nothing, because then you're gonna have to deal with it on your own, because I'm not gonna be here for it. And I've never had a situation like that. Like, you know, Neo does every interview, shakes every hand, takes every picture, signs every autograph. I'm talking about before when autographs was a thing and not pictures. You know, you'll be there signing autographs for an hour. Meg is a boss. Meg, so the way I love the way she walks to the stage. It's like, you feel the energy as soon as she walks out that dressing room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it starts way in the dressing room. It starts at the hotel room. She's a boss. She's no.
Shout out Meg.
Yeah, she moves really militant. Pretty Ricky, I love the guys. You know, the guys all have different personalities. They'll be all in different places of the arena, doing their own thing. Yeah. But when it's time to get ready and get dressed, we lock in and we do what we got to do. So, you know, like I said, I'm a real person. I have real conversations. I don't play that yes game. I'm gonna tell you, you know, what it is, and let's get through this, because it's all about the bag at the end of the day, right? Yeah. Let's get this bag and let's go home.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a very passionate guy. You're a good guy. Like, I already see that from your social. I see that from interacting with you in person. Like,
thank you.
What is something, you know, we're brown. We care. Are you Hispanic too?
Yeah, I got some Hispanic. Yep, Honduras.
Garcia,
descent.
You know, okay.
Yeah.
What is a cause that is important to you within the culture?
Oh wow, that's a very important question. I think that we have to constantly remind our people that family is very important. I think that we don't talk about that. I mean, we talk about the popping bottles and, you know, the splurging, the buying brands and stuff like that. But we don't talk about the foundation of family. The actual mom and dad in the household. The actual family means a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through something and you got some type of family, and it doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, because you're born with relatives, but you choose your family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have some type of family there to help you along the way, regardless of what you're going through, because you're gonna go through it. There's life. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna get hired. You're gonna get fired again. You're gonna go through issues. You're gonna lose people. People are gonna pass away. But if you have family there, you know, and this could be a friend, you know, or someone that's some type of family. But in general, like, if we promote the idea of just like, you and I, we're raising a kid, or you and I are a family. You feel me? I think that's powerful, because we're gonna always have each other's back. You know, I don't have to. It doesn't have to be a flex. It's just what it is. We hope we got each other.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. That's what I like.
I fuck with that.
We're trying to build, and who we are, we're trying to create Black excellence, and our legacy is important. 20, 30 years from now, I want people to look at us and be like, yo, those guys actually did something. Santos actually stood for something.
Everything doesn't have to be an exchange, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is a conversation.
Exchange of love.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be just that.
Right.
Yo, because I love you and I care about you.
Right.
We got each other's back.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yes.
That's my MO. That's what I like to promote.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been a great interview.
You're
amazing.
Thank you.
Santos Garcia. Just look. You guys should follow him on Instagram. Toast Money.
Yeah.
He's popping. Like, you want to follow his Instagram, and you be talking your shit too.
Sometimes.
Yo, you posted one thing that was so funny. It was like you posted like a photo of your plating, and you were like, when you know the butter knife. I was like, oh, this nigga. That is a flex though, because a lot of people don't know the difference.
Yeah, you gotta put them on.
Right, put them on. Exactly. Well, I'm Chelsi Thomas, Santos Garcia. Thank you again. I will see you all 2020 when I'm telling you I got a lot of more poppin' interviews this whole year. Just stay with me. Peace.